7 signs a wish is watching you. 7 signs you are being monitored by a wish. You may think you are safe, but what if I told you that right now, somewhere in your environment, a wish is spiritually monitoring you? Psalm 37 verse 32 says, "The wicked watches the righteous and seeks to slay him." If you have been feeling strange attacks, constant misfortunes, or sudden spiritual heaviness, this video is a wake-up call. Stay with me to the end because I will show you how to spiritually expose and silence that witch watching you. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube algorithm will equally shift it to like minds that need it. As you do so, may God bless you. Welcome back to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I discuss 3 important variables which are actually health, safety, and spirituality. In this channel, we pray strategic prayers, we do the word of God in our heart, we believe in balance. That's why we do spiritual work. So, if this is the very first time you're finding yourself in this beautiful family, you are highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Before we go ahead into this video, I wish to remind you that Awakening My Spirituality Global Academy is admitting new students. It is our online school. We use WhatsApp and Telegram where we are taught apostolic and prophetic directions that will enable us conquer all our challenges, enter our promised land, and possess our possession. Because Bible said, by the hand of prophet, God delivered the children of Israelites from bondage, and by the hand of prophet, he took them to their promised land. So if you must enter your promised land, you need enough doses of prophetic direction, secret, because at a time, Job said, in my youth days, I treaded the secret of the Most High God. I'm telling you, there are lots and lots of secrets under this universe that is beyond what I share in this particular channel, that when you abide by it, when you know them, you must triumph. So please chat me up with WhatsApp number playing on your screen, as well as check the pinned comment of this video in order to get more information about it and enroll, and it will give you an opportunity to have a working document of spirituality that you can actually hand over to your born and born generation, because Bible said a good man leave inheritance for the children. The best inheritance is spiritual knowledge, because spiritual is the physical. No matter the world you are living them and they don't know spiritual tips to protect it, one strike from the enemy, all is lost. So this is best opportunity to give the best legacy to your descendants. So I say, come on board, may God bless you. So without wasting our time, let's dive into the video. Now, this is how you will understand and discover that the witch is watching you. Is one, sudden inexplainable sickness. Sudden unexplainable sickness. Job 2 verse 7 says, "So when Satan fought and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet unto the crown of his head." Do you know that Job was on his own, doing his own business, minding his own business, not actually knowing that devil was monitoring him very closely to find a loophole to attack him. And when he couldn't even get that loophole, he has to manufacture one, go to God and get permission. Job himself did not even know that the affliction he was actually suffering was permission gotten by Satan from God to torment him. In other words, to be like a trial over his faith, to test his faith, the level of commitment to God. Likewise, many of us are being marked leg by leg, and then one way or the other closely by certain witches or wizards to look for a simple loophole that they will use to fire bullets. One thing about witches is that they often release spiritual arrows into the body, causing sickness that defies medical explanation. You are fine today, by evening you feel as if something entered your body. Your body is energy. When wishes focus negative intention, it manifests physically. When wishes focus on sending negative intentions and arrows spiritually to your body, it actually manifests physically. So when you are noticing this type of strange sicknesses that is unexplainable by doctors, Please boil bitter leaf and neem leaf, bath the water for 3 good days, declaring by his stripes I am healed and I am untouchable, according to Isaiah 53 verse 5, and you will become healed as well as untouchable by God's grace. Number 2, constant feeling of being washed. Psalm 121 verse 7 says, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. You can't see them physically, but your spirit knows when eyes, physical or spiritually, are on you, because we are actually spiritual beings. And the same way the Bible said in that Psalm 121 that he that watcheth over us does not sleep nor slumber. As God is closely watching us, so negative entity are also closely watching, just like devil was watching Job, to look for opportunity to strike. You are at home alone, you feel like someone is standing behind you or observing you from afar. This is wishes watching you, looking for a way to strike, because energy flows attention. The more someone focuses on you, the more your spirit dictates it. When you notice this kind of thing, find a way to burn rosemary spice as well as dried orange peels. Don't always be throwing away orange peels. It is powerful, whether dry or fresh. This is an opportunity to use dried one. Burn it in your room. If you can buy this small native pot, it will be the best, and then pour it inside. Put some little charcoal, set the fire, let the smell circulate in your house, let a kind of smoke go around your house. All those evil eyes will be blocked by God's grace. If it is hard for the fire to catch, my dear, get this block camphor, also called kafra. You can see that it is a kind of divided into partition. You can be bringing out. Start bringing it out one after the other and be dropping in the fire to make it catch. It will even increase the tempo of that spiritual positivity that will chase away all those negative energies. So that is number 2. Number 3, repetitive bad dreams involving animals or strange faces. Whenever you notice that most of the times you are dreaming that strange faces are chasing you, attacking you, giving you strange things, feeding you even in the dream, and as well as different animals like dog, cat, and then maybe snake, and so on and so forth, because these are practically the symbols used by wishes. My dear, witches are watching you. Jeremiah 29 verse 8 says, let not your prophets and diviners deceive you. They prophesy falsely unto you in my name. Whether you like it or not, cats, bats, or faceless being in the dream often signifies witchcraft surveillance. You dream of a cat staring at you, then you wake up drained. So, if anybody is telling you no, that it is just dream, nothing, not a lie, dream is a strong communication signal. The real you is found in your dream life. So, my dear, the dream of a cat staring at you, then you wake up drained, is example of a witchcraft manipulation and witches watching you, looking for a way to bring you down. Because dreams are spiritual gateways. Witches send monitoring spirits first before they will get a loophole, then they will now strike from that loophole. Reason is this: devil is not omnipotent, omniscience, omnipresent, but it's only omni-information. So they are looking for information to be able to deal with you. How do you mess them up? Get 2 bitter cola like this. Place this bitter cola under your pillow for 3 nights. While praying, I shut down all evil monitoring spirit in my dreams. At the expiration of the 3rd day, on the 4th day, at exactly 12 midnight, carry these 2 bitter cola and pray into it. And so God, the creator of the universe, that from today, whosoever is that witch or wizard watching, monitoring me, whether dead or alive, meaning both spirit and human being, that today, as bitter cola carries the vibration of justice and has to take away everything that makes me unhappy. Therefore, I pray that it will take away all these people and whatever that is causing me to be unhappy from today. That as I dispose it, let those people be destroyed, disposed, let them go naked in the market, go naked in the forest, be destroyed, strip of their power. So what are you saying? They will run mad because God make it diviners mad. Please, if you don't want them to die, do not bury it. If you bury it, they are dead. But or when you are done, tie it with black leather like this and dispose it in any public refuge. 1. Or throw it in a flowing river. 2. Or throw it in a four-road junction. In that case, you don't need to tie it in such a way that people will be marching on it. And declare that as people march on it, that is how they are trampled upon and all their powers are stripped. You throw it to the river, you declare that that's how their power will flow away and they will not be able to do anything again. But if you want them to buy, bury it on the ground. Now you sabi. But one thing you should know is the Bible says the man's enemy are those of his own household. What if you make it by land? Behold, the person doing you're not your elder brother or elder sister, younger brother, younger sister, or even your own mother, your own father. Are you ready for burial ceremony? Because take it or leave it, that burial will cost you something. So if you are not ready, do as I've just directed you. And by God's grace, all witches and wizards will leave you alone. Number 4, unexplained losses or breakages. John 10 verse 10 says, the thief comes not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Witches can spiritually steal virtues, money, or destroy things in your home. And they do this by spiritually stealing certain opportunities that will have benefited you, as well as causing things to be spoiling mysteriously in your home so that you will be spending money unnecessarily. Imagine your car that doesn't have problems, suddenly it knocks engine, you know that it's going to take away sizable amount of money to you. Imagine that you have a kind of a job interview to attend. It is that morning that somebody that is very important in your home, maybe your child falls sick suddenly, you rush him or her to the hospital, you now went late or missed the interview, and that job would have been given to you, that opportunity lost, and you waited for another season. These are ways they destroy and steal. And the only way they can steal these opportunities is simply because they are closely monitoring you, because they are not omnipotent, omniscience, omnipresence, they are only information. So because they are monitoring you, they are able to dictate when you have important appointments in order to cause a strong distraction that will make you not to be able to get it. Imagine you are called for a contract in another country and all of a sudden something happened, you missed your flight and nobody want to listen to you. The contract is now given to another person. These are activities of witches and wizards. Another thing, maybe your phone will just stop working or serious network problem will land way before you get an important call, and that important call would have put a lot of money in your pocket, and that opportunity mysteriously disappears. These are all the activities. Are you aware that your possession carry your energy? So when targeted one way or the other, things that a kind of you use are destroyed, it affects you. So what do? Wherever you notice such things happening, mysteriously sprinkle sea salt in the corners of your house, 4 corners of your house, home, and every room in your home, saying, I declare my home a no-fly zone for evil. That this home is not for evil, and by God's grace they will all disappear. Number 5, people suddenly acting against you without reason. You see people, they will compose and begin to work against you in every office you enter or you are working. You notice that there will be always some group of people that will be working against you, because witches normally place evil mark on their victim. So wherever they go, their fellow witches, because they have network, will always dictate you as a victim to torment, and they will go all out to be able to work against you. And above all, they're always monitoring you, even if you travel to another country. So that monitoring will now help them to hand you over to their fellow witches to deal with. And 109 verse 3 says, they compose me about with words of hatred and fought against me without a curse. Witches project negative energy to turn friends into enemies. Your boss suddenly start disliking you, your helpers suddenly start avoiding you, or a handwork of witches. So write their names like your boss or helpers that started avoiding you on piece of paper, like a plain white paper like this without lines, and then anoint it with olive oil and pray for divine restoration of favor on them. By God's grace, God in due time will restore them back to you. You will see your boss stop working against you. Number 6, studying heavy atmosphere in your home. Isaiah 59 verse 19 says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. Wishes leave a cloud of spiritual heaviness. You walk in and feel uneasy. Children start crying without reason. People start a kind of avoiding you. Like recently, so one of our channel members told me that she always noticed that once people see them, they start avoiding her, that as if she is smelling, and that she had she saw this in the dream some days back. Before you know it, it manifested into reality. That is the type of thing they do. They permeate you with evil perfume and make people to be scared of you. And when people are running away from you, how then would you get help? Because your destiny helpers might also avoid and run away from you. Whenever you see this type of thing, my dear, carry fresh palm fraud. If you know palm tree, that middle palm fraud that is still stressed, that have not done like this, get the fresh one, especially 7 if you're a woman. If you're a man, get 9 and use it to sweep your home, outside and inside, back and front, every nook and cranny of your home. Reading Psalm 35 like prophetic march, that sweeping away all negativity, blockages, hindrances, obstacles, and whatever the enemy is cooking against you. And then you soak garlic inside the water as well as sea salt, and then like 7 cloves of garlic, you put a kind of incision on it, you cut it, but you don't allow it to separate, with 21 a kind of pieces of countable sea salt. And then every morning and night when you finish bathing, you fetch that small water and use it as a rinsing bath. When you remove the water, you put back. Within 7 days, all traces of those witchcraft manipulation and then evil a kind of perfume will disappear, because the enemy, the witches, doesn't actually stand where sea salt as well as a kind of garlic meat. Number 7, the last but not the least, is continuous series of misfortunes. Deuteronomy 28 verse 7 says, the Lord shall cause the enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face, which is aimed to wear you out with repeated attacks until you give up spiritually. You become tired of praying, doing spiritual or fasting, because everything you have done seems to be pouring water on stone. My dear, for example, flat tire today, sickness tomorrow, quarrel the next day. Every time and anytime, there is always a situation that makes you unhappy, that makes you drained and feel a kind of frustrated. My dear, negativity attracts more negativity unless spiritually interrupted. So for 7 days, declare daily, every evil arrow fired at me back to the sender, 7 good fold. While holding 2 bitter kola like this and use needle to join them, that bitter kola will be crossed with a needle like this. See a kind of pack of the needle. Make sure it's a new needle nobody have used. Of course, you should have a kind of packet of needle in your house, as well as this container or packet of office pin, because at one point in time you need to use it to deal with those evil witches and wizards and enemy, because Bible said in Exodus 22:18, suffer not a witch to live. So as you put the needle, let it cross, and then be holding this particular 2 bitter kola. Use it to stand at the middle of your house and begin to declare that every evil arrow fired against you, that you are returning back to the sender, that this pin represents your arrow, that you return that arrow to them, and that this bitter kola represent all the evil and all the problems you are sponsored in my life. As the bitter kola is feeling the pain, this is how you feel the pain till you perish. After 7 days, if you want them to buy, you bury it on the earth. But if you don't want them to buy, but you only want them to suffer for what they are doing to you, you now dispose it into the river, or throw it into the bush, or you dispose it into the dump refuge. But make sure that you didn't remove the pin before disposing it. You can actually tie it with a black leather like this and dispose it. They will suffer as so long as that pin remain in that bitter kola. That's how they will continue to suffer until they can't solve from your case. You make sure you add that decree that unless they leave you alone, that they will remain in this pain. So whenever they leave you alone, the pain will end. But so long as they are still doing something against you, they will remain in that pain. All right. And then if within that 7 days you are praying that prayer, somebody calls you and started confessing, because it may hit that person. Those that have conscience will confess. Those that are committed to liberate mind will not. So if they confess, you unpin it. When you unpin it, you free them. And then you forgive and tell them never to try it again, or they will join their ancestors. And by God's grace, you will win them hands down. Is if you ever notice 3 of these signs I just mentioned in your life, don't ignore it. Witches actually thrives in secrecy. Expose them with prayer and the word, as well as spiritual discipline, using the spiritual works I have directed you, especially when it comes to this bitter kola and pin. And then remember Psalm 27 verse 2 said, when the wicked came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumble and fail. So my dear, if you ever felt spiritually monitored, comment down below your experience so to help others learn. Nobody is actually repertoire of knowledge. Like this video, subscribe to Jenny Action TV for more biblical spiritual warfare wisdom, and hit the bell notification so as to be the first person to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Share this video to everyone so that they will also learn to protect themselves. As you plant in the vineyard of God, may God plant in your own vineyard in Jesus' name. Amen. So with this, I say enjoy your day. Bye-bye.